Hey everyone, this is Lori with Three Keys Astrology, and I'm an intuitive advanced astrologer for astrolotta.com, the newest reader as of this summer, and I'm loving it. And it's so nice to meet all of you that have been so kind with your comments. Please enjoy my series, Crime, Critters, and Cruelty. With Lori, I have done 3 of the characters of the immediate Alex Murdaugh family, both Alex and his 2 sons, decedent Paul, as well as his son Buster, just recently. So check those out. Give me some feedback. I care. It matters. So this is your weekly forecast for the 2nd week in November. Now, last week, all the weekends of this month are tricky. And I did a whole month of November for you where I offer remedy and talk about that, but things changed this week. This week's going to be more difficult for Aquarius. The first week more difficult for Scorpio. But all of us in the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, are in this dilemma for this month. And it's hot and it's hard. I have a video called Riding a Lightning in a Fire Snorting Bull that explains this energy. It's at its peak, and then we'll be finished with it. But it is the pinnacle of the energy of 2021, where I produce a video each year, and this one was made last year at Christmas time. And that gave the predictions for the energy for now in characterology. So please check it out. Tell me if you enjoy it. And you can also view A Tale of Two Scorpios and Scorpio Secrets, because we're in that season. So this is a very fated month, friends. And that means we meet our fate. And fate, in essence, is consequence, isn't it? Actions are reactions. And like I told you in the way I teach my students, for I teach astrology, you're welcome. Just go to Astrolotta's website to find my services if you want to learn astrology one-on-one, as well as on my own website, www.threekeysastrology.com. We meet an hour and a half a week for 10-week modules. So last week, as I explained, each weekend is hot, especially if you have stelliums in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, especially if your 3 keys are in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, interpreted. So last week, the moon is really tricky this month. It's really a paradox because Venus was just in the galactic center, and that's where you can hold and harness that energy, but keep that energy, keep love at the forefront to counter what's coming. Now, the nodes of the moon indicate fate in all of our lives. We astrologers read these and pay very close attention to these nodes. The nodal axis is changing into Taurus, and it begins with our lunar eclipse that happens either the 18th or 19th of November at the full moon, lunar eclipse in Taurus. So no matter where you live in the world, it'll either be on the 18th or 19th. This energy is an occlusion of the moon, an occlusion of feelings, an occlusion of our private selves and our shadow sides really get released during fated moments. These fated events are finality. And love, Venus and Sagittarius just left the galactic center this week, where she goes into Capricorn. This is not a comfortable place for Venus because it's ruled by a malefic Saturn, and because Pluto is still um, holding the domain like he did since 2008. This is really hard on love. This can be final love. This can be divorcing, endings, catching someone cheating, catching someone betraying, catching someone embezzling. That's the energy. And the nodal axis went station direct. That's key. World events, the global stage, this 2nd week of November, we're going to be reeling from the world and global news, I promise. Now, I jokingly said, get out your people repellent. It was kind of a joke, but not really a joke. I'm a double Taurus. I get that access, Scorpio. I am attracted to Scorpio. We have a thing, Taurus and Scorpio, forever and always. He was my first husband. He was my first lover after I divorced my first husband. And I'm still the enigma that is Scorpio is magnetic, compelling. It draws us in, it makes us curious, it tempts us, it seduces us. We want some of it, whatever it is. That's what's going to happen all month long. So, most affected this week is Aquarius. So, like I said, if you review the whole November 2021 horoscope, you'll hear me say that Aquarius is going to be fed up. They're going to tell that cheater, that liar, that addict, that, you know, betrayer, embezzler, womanizer, whatever he or she is, to get out, that they've had enough. That's the beauty of Uranus. But the bad part of this month is that Uranus is still retrograde. So people will bring up the past. Remember when you did this and you did that. And if they have a laundry list of all the things you did wrong for them, tell them they can stick that list where the sun doesn't shine. Because that's going to be like the go-to evil, malcontent fighter this month for sure. So beware those people. Buy your second case of people repellent and spray those little fuckers out of your life. Sorry, I swore. But Scorpio's like that, okay? Maybe I'm just taking on the energy. It's dark. It's the forbidden. It's those pleasures that we don't want anyone else to know that we have when we're alone in our house. It's that sweet little librarian or the town councilman that's growing his own stuff behind the scenes of being high and stoned and drunk and whatever else in all these salacious trysts. The month is rich for this. So, not to be joking about it, but people repellent is necessary. And like I told you, squirt out ego maniacs, squirt out the jealous people, squirt out the obsessed people, squirt out all the gossips in your life, squirt out all those nosy neighbors, squirt all out that cheating husband, squirt out those brat kids. Just get rid of it. No darkness. Okay, so we're approaching a full moon, but remember it's a lunar eclipse, so it's dark. We just had a new moon. We're still under the rays of the new moon in Scorpio. When the new moon and the sun come together, a new moon is the marriage of the sun and moon, like I told you last month. It's when the sun and moon are making love in Scorpio fashion. Okay? And that means darkness. The night skies will be dark. That on top of a nodal station, the node stationing direct, and Uranus backwards, and the sun, Mars, Mercury, all squaring Uranus is high accident energy, high destabilization, clashing of the wills, people fighting over property, money, sex, drugs, all kinds of crime at their peak, right? Be careful. Get in the light, come to the light, stay away from the dark, stay away from temptation. Exercise, sage, like salt the perimeter of your home. Salt is a purifier. Salt the perimeter of your workspace. And like totally pray. Ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel, Raphael, Michael. Those are the three most powerful angels. Ask them to come to your aid and pray like crazy and choose to refuse to be involved in the drama of people that do dirty things. And watch out for your teenage sons too, because temptation can be really sharp right now if they have bad friends. Pay attention to who your kids' friends are. We're still in the days of the rays of that dark new moon. We have a nodal axis going into Taurus and Scorpio, and a full moon on the rise, lunar eclipse in Taurus. Aquarians are going to be pissed this week. People are going to be angry. People are going to be fighting over propriety. And there can be fights, custody fights that are really bad this week too. So we're going to see a global emergence of clashing of the wills. We're going to see a lot of power struggles in high places. And the accident energy, like I said, is very high. So be careful if you have to fly. This is not good for air travel. Okay, so temperaments are high, tempers are high. Venus has left the galactic center. She's with those two malefics, Saturn and Pluto. Those are death planets, crisis planets, critical planets, what the timing is good for is to watch true crime stories. So go watch my videos, click and subscribe, please share them. My crimes, critters, and cruelty. Those videos will be featured both on astrolotta.com, on YouTube, and also on 3 Keys Astrology. If there's any crimes, critters, or cruel people that you want me to look into, especially when there's like a family resemblance and this family dynamic of being always doing the wrong thing, I want to know who they are. That's my shadow Scorpio side. All Tauruses have that. That's our curiosity for why people do bad things. Um, so yeah, so be careful, guys. If any of your planets are Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, this is hot, hot, hot. This is me giving your second week astrology for November, the second week of November from 6 to 13. It's quick, it's dirty, it's a repeat of the energy of the November monthly, where each weekend is going to be tricky, tricky, tricky. So pay attention, try to be nice. It is, after all, a month of Thanksgiving and forgiving. Um, One of the nice things that you can do to counter this egotistical and maniacal energy is to have a little self examination and look at that man in the mirror and say, was I being a power controller? Was I trying to dominate the conversation? Was I trying to dominate the property? Do I dominate my husband? Do I dominate my wife? Do I overpower my kids? And if the answer is yes, then spray your face full of people repellent. Spray it on the mirror so you don't poison your eyes, but it's time to mace yourself. Okay, everyone, you take care and stay tuned for the weekly forecast where I highlight the energies for the entire month. But the best thing you can do is don't get dark, don't be dramatic, try not to be reactive, stay away from mob mentality, don't build that caustic and fiery energy by being contemptuous, by being vengeful, by bringing up every damn thing that somebody did in the past. Let people be free. You're not perfect, and they aren't either. And guess what? They're never going to be. Bye for now. Take care.